is Crafty Hope here, and I am working some more on these 5-minute cards. This is cards 19, 20, and 21, and this is part of the Southern Gals 5 Men challenge that she did on Instagram. That challenge was in August of 2020, so it's over now, but I'm sure Tiffany would be fine if you took up the challenge and just did art for 5 minutes. Now, for my cards, well, for this challenge, I decided to use Uno cards, and I just put random pieces of scrap paper from my stash on the Uno cards, and then kind of went from there. So this one had some kind of ink on it, and I decided to collage a little bit of paper on there just to break it up a little. And I'm adding some brown paint. That is some kind of Master's Touch paint. I have to admit that I am recording this not in my studio. I'm away from home, so or doing the voiceover rather. So I don't have all of my materials in front of me, but I will try to list them in the description box below. Now to go with that brown, and I think I was trying to use paints I don't always use, and that's why I went for these, because the second one is a Dina Wakley, I believe, paint from back when she had them in those tubes and not the little jars that she has them in now. I don't know what you call it, the little squeeze bottles that she has now. But anyway, I put that yellow down, and you see I kind of futz with the little. The funny thing about this card is when it comes together, somehow that ends up seeing like a cliff and a beach, I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. So you'll have to see the picture at the end to really get it. But I pulled out my white Stabilo Woody here, and I'm just kind of doing some scribbles, and I think the heat there made it a little easy so I could rub it around. That is some yellow embroidery floss that was just sitting on my desk, so I grabbed it since I had put the yellow on the card and just wrapped it on the card and tied it. I do put a piece of, I think, masking tape or something on the back of it later to help secure it a little bit more. And then I've got a little tin of words I've cut out from a large print novel, and I decided to put that on there. First I drug the bottom of it where I had torn it through some of that yellow paint that was sitting there just to give a little bit of accent and carry that yellow through. And then I'm going to just glue it down with my Oohoo glue stick. And I think I got paint, yep, right on my glue stick, but it doesn't matter, whatever. Um, from there, I think my time's about to run out, so I'm going to go over just a little bit. But I do grab a fountain pen, just a black fountain pen, and I make some dashes on here just to kind of give a little more texture to the card. And that's going to be about it for this card. That was card 19. And here in a second, we're going to go on to card 20. So let me finish with my mark making. And I carried that from the top to the bottom. I don't always do that. Now this card had newsprint on it. I have found that I didn't like the newsprint in general on the cards because you could still see the Uno word on the card. So for the most part, I've been collaging over them a little bit. And for this one, I grabbed a piece of what was some kind of underpaper, I think, that I'm just going to use my Oohoo glue stick once again and kind of just slap some stuff down. And that has a huge benefit of going ahead and adding a lot of color. Well, not a lot of color for this one, but it gives me a basis, like a palette for it. But it also adds some texture and some other things to it. So I just added those two little things, and then I went and grabbed a couple of craft acrylic paints. I think I get like I think they're both Americana. One I think is called like Sea Breeze or something like that, and the other one I think is my saffron yellow. So again, I'll put those down in the description box below. And I just used my finger to get these down. I started by putting down that blue green, and then I'm just going to put some dots with that saffron yellow on, using my finger to make some fun little dots. Now this was really minimal materials for this card, y'all. I have to say I don't even, so I used the under paper and those two paints, and then I'm going to break out here in a second my Stabilo Woody, not Woody, all pencil. I did try this super quick because I was going to use that all pencil and go around those dots, and I didn't want them too sloppy. So I'm just circling all of those little dots I made with my fingertip with my Stabilo all, and then I'm going to what do I do? I think I put down a sticker. It's from the Tim Holtz, I think it's the Tumult ones. Yeah. I think they're called clippings or something like that. I can't ever remember. There's so many awesome stickers he has. I have a hard time keeping up with what they're all called. But I go around that little sticker and then I get a wet paintbrush and I'm going to go around that and then around all of my little dots that I put Stabilo on. And that's it, y'all. That was all I used. A little underpaper, a little paint, a sticker, and a Stabilo all, and some water. Hey. Um, and I really like this card. I don't know, there's something about the texture of it with those dots. It felt a little messy and chunky, and I kind of dug that. So, you don't have to have a lot of materials to make something fun. See, I'm kind of fiddling around because I think I still had a little time there and was like, what am I going to do? And there my timer went off. So this last one is card 21. And it is some, what is that? It's like dictionary paper with some kind of either purple ink or paint on it. So I grabbed some Payne's Gray acrylic paint and watered it down a bit and just brayered it on to give it kind of a really random organic feel. I just wanted to add a little bit of something else on there. And then I've made it so dark I needed to kind of lift it a little. So I'm going to pull out my hand carved stamps. I make these stamps mostly from just erasers. I've got a video. I'll try to link it up in the right corner there so that y'all can see how I make them. So, and I'm using peacock feathers and distress oxide because I like the opaqueness of the distress oxides. They tend to go over dark materials a little bit better than other stamps. And that's an old yearbook page, and I just picked out a girl that I liked and kind of tore her out just so that I'd have her small enough to fit on that little card. And then I'm going to glue her down real quick with my Uhu glue stick. Oh, first I decided to add a little bit more to the background. So I grab a China marker, a white China marker, just to make some more texture there. And then I'm going to glue my girl down. And I can't remember. Then I grabbed some stickers. I don't know what this set is from. It's from I got a bunch of scrapbook papers and stuff at some point from the thrift store, and I don't know if there's a name on them. So I think no, I checked my time. But I did add a little bit more of that Payne's Gray just to kind of help her meld into that card before I grab my sticker. Now, all of these, I added words for me. There's something about adding words to a card that make it feel a little more complete. So the sticker that I use, I think it says inspired or inspire, and it's metallic gold. So I knew at that point I needed to add a little more gold on there. So I've got my Liquitex ink in gold, and I'm just going to use a paintbrush and add a little bit of mark on there. And that will absolutely be it for this set of 5-minute cards. If you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll have some pictures of the completed cards here at the end for you. So thanks for watching, and keep on crafting on, y'all. Bye.